Here we are just a few days after Christmas, and look what's on the counter. Potting soil, trays, seeds. Yes, it's time to start the first seeds of 2023. And on Potty Mouth, we had talked about starting them all on the 26th, which is traditionally Boxing Day. Well, here I'm doing it on the 28th because sometimes the day after Christmas is a little crazy, right? So the fun part begins. Do you like the new multicolored 6 cell little packs that I got? Aren't they fun? I saw these at Bootstrap Farmer, which is one of my favorite places to purchase any of these kind of items for seed starting. Really high quality, made to last. You get more than 1 or 2 seasons out of it, which I think is a really responsible way to use plastic. So I'll pop a link in the description below if you want to check them out. Not an affiliate, just really like them, use them. I see the black tray that's holding all these small modules is also from there, and it's their heavy duty plastic. And you can lift a full tray of filled with dirt and plants, and they will not bend or warp, which makes it so much easier. So you don't always need 2 hands to do everything. Now, how this is going to work is each one of these 6 cell packs is going to get a different kind of onion. And we're going to go through the onions as they're planted. But each little cell in the 6 pack is going to get about 6 to 8 seeds sprinkled throughout it. We'll kind of gauge germination, see what we have to do or adjust. We are filling our cells with pre-moistened seed starting mix. Our first onion here is Red of Florence. Now this variety hails from Tuscany, and it has a really unique torpedo shape, which I think would make it much easier for slicing and cutting. It's supposed to be mild and quite sweet, so I'm anxious to see how these go, because aren't we always looking for ways to cut time down in the kitchen? Next is Red Long of Tropea. Now, I don't know a whole lot about this variety of onion, other than to me it seems similar to the Red Long of Florence, and I'd like to grow both of them side by side and see maybe which one we enjoy better, and then we can make a decision on what we'd like to grow year to year. Now, our next onion is Walla Walla Sweet. This is the classic round bulb onion. This is a very sweet onion, sometimes compared to a Vidalia onion, which if you've ever had a Vidalia, you know how incredibly mild and sweet they are. And these can get to between 2 and 3 pounds in size. So I'm anxious to see how those do for us. This next one is our white sweet Spanish onion. I've never grown a true white onion before, but after reading about them, it seems that the white onion might perform better for making caramelized onions or for doing some dehydration. So I'm going to test it a little bit this coming year and see what I think. Next up is the Barolo onion, which is a new F1 from Johnny Seeds. This onion is ready to harvest in about 110 days, and it is good for storage. The trials seem to indicate it would last for over 6 months in storage, which is wonderful for a red onion. Our next onion is the candy onion. Now, the candy onion has definitely been one of my favorite onions. It does taste like a Vidalia onion, uh, very sweet. You almost feel like you could bite into it like an apple. However, I've never done that, but I guess you could try. But it's a delightful onion. And the last one here is Ailsa Craig, and this onion hails from Scotland. So, it's kind of a special one to me. I've grown this for several years. I love it. It will always be in my garden. These can grow to be quite enormous. I think a lot of people who show onions grow this variety just for that reason. So if you've never grown an onion, I would start with this one because they're versatile, they're delicious, and you will not be disappointed with the results. Now, I like to cover my onion seeds just with some vermiculite, enough so that they're in the darkness, uh, but it kind of keeps the top moist. I can kind of see what the moisture is. So it's helpful when because you want to keep it moist when you're growing onions, but you don't want it wet. So I think vermiculite is a wonderful, I top most of my plants with that. But I think particularly for onions, it does help you know what your moisture levels are. Now, if you have any questions about any of the onions that I've planted here or anything in general about onions, please just leave a comment below. I am in the Detroit area, and the onions that I grow are considered long day onions. If you're not familiar with what long day, intermediate day, or short day is, you pretty much can uh, type in your zip code and ask what day, what length of onion should I grow? And I think you'll get a response. But it's typically those closer to a pole, like the North Pole, are long days. Those closer to the equator are short days, and the in the middle is intermediate, if that helps. So these are going to go onto my grow shelf. Got the little humidity dome on, and we'll see what our germination looks like. Well, here they are. Uh, Today is January 8th. So about 10 days later, here's what they look like. Everything did well except my Ailsa Craig, which had no germination, old seeds. You try to push it, it doesn't always work. Hey, thank you for watching. Hope to see you again soon. Take care. Bye bye now.